I met a gypsy.
Man, it was pretty sick to just watch both motos. The way that you guys were so even.
Yeah.
You know, like you both. You dropped Tom, and like I think he said he had some arm pump, and you know, but like just it was mono in mono that entire race, and like the pressure you had to deal with in that first one. There was one lap coming down the hill the first time. You know, we had that section where we were talking about outside, and then you went up over, then you dropped down. Did you hear one lap where his bike just stayed wide?
Oh yeah, it was all the time.
Fuck me, dude.
And I've never really dealt because I've been on that machine. Now I know what all those guys have talked about in the past. Like when you hear a star bike behind you, oh man, it's so damn loud, especially with him, right? Like it's just revers, and yeah, it was good. I love how it's like, I don't know. I just think that the race and everything was cool because, I mean, obviously the people on media want to say like, you know, when somebody wins, even if it's by 2 seconds, that they smoked that guy. You know what I mean? Like, but let's be real. It's pretty crazy to go 35 minutes and have the gap never get bigger than 2.5 seconds in that second moto. Like, it was pretty cool. And you're seeing like 450, same thing. Like, it's just nuts how at the end of that second 450 moto, how it's just, you know, Jet and Chase, and how close everybody is now. You just don't have that guy who runs away with it anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there was that one lap. I kind of just me and Anna, we just like walked around the track, the whole, like we were just in the crowd walking around, and yeah, there was just that one lap on the, I think because he was following you most of the time, like through the inside. Then I think there was one lap where he's like, I just need to try and go outside. And it was just down the hill. And I was like, gee, I thought he was going to fucking cartwheel. I couldn't believe that he stopped for it. But like the pressure that you had to deal with from that bike behind you, wide open.
Oh, it's all I heard.
Oh, I cannot imagine the way, like how you had to deal with that pressure.
Yeah.
And then you did the exact same thing to him in the second one.
Yeah. But I think I'm like the little ninja, though. I don't think he can hear me.
No, there's no way he can hear your
No,
bike.
he doesn't. I know he doesn't hear me. So it is two different things for sure. I might start wearing earplugs so I don't hear his ass behind me.
Do you don't wear earplugs now?
No.
Yeah, dude. I went to.
I would need noise canceling headphones to keep that out of my.
yeah. Run the AirPods.
Yeah.
I never run them until we did a ride. We like the point of Australia, like all the way up the top.
Yeah, you were talking about. Yeah.
So we just ride dirt bikes all the way up and all the way back. It's like 3,500 Ks round trip, and your bike's wide open. Basically, like we just do it on 350s and 450s, and you just fifth gear just for fucking like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And after that trip, so for that trip, you pretty much have to wear earplugs. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting too old because these fucking things are so noisy.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely, like I said, that Star bike it's a loud one for sure.
When you hear him, like, I think it's funny, like, people might not, it's like, well, people that aren't in the press conference, like, in the tent, they see the dynamic, like, the gear Hayden switched in as soon as, like, the mic was on and the camera was on and just, like, talking shit, you know, like, where are you at on that nowadays? Like, I feel like you've probably been around him enough and you've got like, you guys have a very different relationship than if it was, like, if he was talking like that to someone else. Like, what's your take on the whole thing?
I mean, that's just his personality, you know what I mean? And it's two totally different personalities, me or him. Like, I'm not one to talk shit, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's like it's a strategy thing, if that's the way people think or what they try to do when they, I mean, I'm assuming people that talk shit, that's usually what it is. It's like trying to get in somebody's head, but I'm a pretty laid back person, so it's pretty hard to, I don't know. I hear that stuff and you kind of saw it with, like, I think a good example, like there's people that it can get to. I think like this Supercross season with him and Tom, it's all, like, I don't think Tom really bought into it at all. Like, it's like he didn't even hear him
He's
talking.
too French.
Like, he just
Yeah.
doesn't care. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, like, okay, that's just how you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's funny, but maybe I should just start just giving it back for the media, just to, I don't know.
Well, I text you like, I can't remember what round it was, early in the Supercross season. And I'm like, hey, bro, 50% of people love him and 50% of people hate him. You can collect all 50%. You know?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And just, hey, you just be like, if anyone wants to fucking be over here, come and hang out. It's really cool over here. It's
Yeah.
really mellow, you know? But I think I personally, for me, like being in like the media sphere or whatever, like sport's built on rivalries.
Yeah, it
you know?
is.
And you guys, you have a cool story
Yeah.
of how much time you spent together, how different your personality is, you know?
Yeah.
And I think like there's an element of like doing it for that, you
Yeah.
know, and like there's a bunch of hype. Like I personally would fucking hate it if he stopped doing that.
Yeah.
We'd lose something because
would, yeah.
not many people have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
And can actually back it up.
Yeah.
At the same time too, you know.
Exactly.
And then like you look at the biggest star in the world in, you know, mixed martial arts or whatever, it's Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
You know, so there's something to that.
for sure.
But we've never really had guys that wanted to go out and put
And-
themselves out there
yeah.
and then be forced to back it up and then like deal with the backlash. But it's like
Exactly.
he kind of is a bit of a special kid in the way that he doesn't give a fuck, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just have to be. That's the biggest thing. You have to back it up. Like, as soon as he stops backing it up, I mean, it's going to be a long road for him. So, and you've seen it with other people. Like, it's good for the sport. Like, you kind of need those people. You know, you need the superhero and you need the villain. Like, Jason Lawrence comes to mind. Like, he was sick. Like, I love Jason Lawrence.
Dude.
But he was the bad guy, and it was sweet. And you had RV, who was the good, quiet guy. And honestly, I think you're seeing a perfect rematch of that with
Yeah.
me and Hayden.
Yeah.
It's just RV and J-Law, but 10 years later or whatever it is.
So, hey, same color blocks, everything.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
And you know the coolest thing? When was J-Law's last race? 2009?
Oh, I thought you were trying to.
No, like
I don't know the exact one, but yeah,
like
Daytona. No,
Nah, I think he probably did it. I mean, yeah, that would have been close.
yeah, that was close.
That would have been close to the end, right?
Yeah,
2009, and we're still talking about him.
yeah, exactly.
He won one championship.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about him.
Because
you
of the
know,
way he was. Yeah,
And he left an indelible mark on the sport
Mhm.
that is gonna be talked about
Yeah.
forever. You know what I mean?
and like you said, it's like you either love him or you hate him. I mean, it's
But it's just, you know, it's funny. Like, it's definitely something I learned through doing this. Like, I was not that I am somebody now, but like before I did this, I could walk through a Supercross race, no one fucking know who I was.
Yeah.
But you do something like this, and then you start to get all these good comments and all these bad comments.
Yeah.
And you quickly learn that they're all the fucking same thing.
yeah, exactly.
You know? And it's
Yeah.
like, if you want the good, you also have to want the bad,
exactly,
because you can't have the good without the bad.
exactly.
And I
yeah.
think that, you know, if you can kind of get that equanimity with it, I think that's probably what frees you up to be a bit more of a character in the sport,
Mhm.
when you're like, you know, like
Yeah.
it's the same. Like it's
Yeah.
good. If it's good, if it's bad, it
Yeah, and
it
it's-
is what it is.
I think as long as it doesn't, if that kind of stuff doesn't bother you, yeah, like I said, there's people that it gets to, and there's people that it doesn't. I mean, if people don't know me, I think just by them looking at the top of my head right now, they can probably tell it doesn't get to me, because I really don't give a shit what people think about me. But yeah, I don't know. It's without it. I mean, you wouldn't have. It wouldn't be any good. Like, it
Yeah.
would just be boring.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.